Hey everybody, this is Myron Mack with Mack's Backyard. Just give you a quick update. It's been hot and the backyard's been kind of struggling. But I'm gonna show y'all what we got going on back here. We've been harvesting a lot. I've been taking a lot of harvesting pictures, and if you follow my Facebook, Myron Mack or Mack's Backyard, you can see some of the harvests we've done. But let's turn it around and see. I could take a look here. Yeah, so the okra loves the heat, so they're doing fine. The okra are doing just fine. I have to come out and harvest every day. If I don't, then they'll end up being too big. But yeah, that's the okra. Tomatoes are doing good. They're starting to struggle with the heat. The heat normally doesn't start this soon. We're at the end of May, 1st of June. I believe it's the 31st of May. So they're struggling. The sunflowers are pretty much done. Now the marigolds are doing just fine. And everything else, the squash, I'm gonna tell y'all something about the squash when I get over into the squash tunnel, but this is the corn. If y'all can see, I've already harvested all my corn, taking it down, and now I'm doing some succession of some winter squash in here, sweet dumpling and candy roaster. Yeah, when you have powdery mildew in your garden, do not yank your plants out. Cut the leaves that have the powdery mildew on it. Get as many as you can, because what's going to happen, you see I cut all these leaves off, but then they started coming back at the top. So do not cut your leaves if you get powdery mildew. Powdery mildew is not the end of your plant. We had so much rain that everything had mildewed in all my squash. These are all my delicata squash and my Jack B. Little pumpkins. And even over here, you can see that a new delicata squash has come out. So do not kill your plants just because you got powdery mildew. Just get rid of all the leaves that are dead or dying, and you'll be fine, because they'll have new growth. Also with the squash, I have a Kajari melon. That one's almost ready. It's turning orange. And this is how they look when they're young. Green. Another young one, green. But then when they start to ripe, they'll turn orange like that. Now, if you remember at the beginning of the season, I was excited of showing y'all something that I've grown before. Well, that's it. Also, I have a lima bean. It's called a Christmas lima bean, growing with the squash. Let's go back and take a look at, now this is my cucumbers and Kajari melons, and you see they're growing all across the way. The Sumter cucumber is not doing as well, so I'm going to replace that with some cucumber called homemade pickle, and I just purchased that today at Enchanted Gardens. But as you can see, even that one look like it might be ready to take it off. It could have stayed a day or two longer, but a day longer, but yeah, that's the cucumber. I also have on here Kajari melons. I've already harvested 2, and there was a baby growing somewhere. Can't find it, but it just started growing. Back here I have the Minnesota mini melons. And I forget the name of this melon. I think it's called Kaduri. It's like an Indian melon, but I got that growing along the back fence. And all this corn mist, I'm gonna compost it. I have a machine to cut it all up to compost it. This sriracha pepper has been doing absolutely magic. I don't know if y'all can see the peppers in there, but it's starting to get hot, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna stop. The squash is probably going to stop. If you can look through there, you see that's a zucchini, gray zucchini that's ready for harvest. Actually, I'll go ahead and take that off later on. There's another Jack B. Little pumpkin. Jack B. Little pumpkin. I decided to do something a little bit different. Let me go outside the garden. So I got this acorn squash that I'm growing along the fence. And I've come to learn that in this area, or in the South period where it's kind of warm, we get the squash vine borer. Well, I think everybody gets the squash vine borer, but I've kind of learned that if you grow them along a fence or along the trellis like I've done there, you won't get the squash vine borer. Or if you grow your squash vertically, like I've done these, then you won't get the squash vine borer. Those are suffering from a little bit of powdery mildew. I'll get rid of those leaves and see if I can continue to grow. But it's getting kind of hot, so I'm probably gonna have to just take them out. They just don't pollinate well in the heat. That one too, once it starts vining, I'm gonna grow it along the fence here. And I think that's just about it as far as what's producing. All of my peppers are producing. The ground cherries are doing well. Here's a Marzano determinate variety of tomatoes. They're growing really nice. Another pepper. This is my cloned lemon tree that I cloned from my big tree on the other side of the house. If you can see, we have some lemons and it's flowering. And that's about it. My hibiscus is doing wonderful. That's the Roselle, the red Roselle tea. I have 2 of those plants. And my pomegranate, still young. This is just its 2nd year. It did put out 1 flower this year, so look forward to it. There's my other hibiscus or Roselle. I have 2 nectarine trees. This is one. And this is the mama lemon tree that I made the clone out of. And she's flowered. She's barely got some lemons on it, if you can see that. But I actually kept her outside during the freeze last year, and I think that kind of stunted her a little bit because this time last year she was loaded with lemons. But yeah, that's the garden. Starting to hit the hot season, so it's time to start taking some stuff out. I think the sunflowers are going to be next to come out. The corn's already been taken out. I'm going to use my little shred machine to make compost out of all of it. And I do have some other heat-loving vegetables that I'm going to put into the garden. Like I said, this cucumber that I bought from Enchanted Garden. And I also bought some peanuts. So we're going to put those out later on this afternoon once it cools down a little bit. All right. Well, that's the garden, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.